Hello students, welcome back to SureOfSir's classes. This is our website www.sureofsirclasses.com, and if you want to WhatsApp us, then this is our number and you can call us in this number too. Well, today we will be study about the physical geology. In the previous videos we have done the topic on weathering, the introduction of weathering, but in this video we will be learning about the introduction of stream and drainage. So introduction of stream and drainage. Well, let's first start with stream. So stream. What is stream? Stream is a water body. This is a water body, and the stream that carries rock particles along with dissolved ions. So rock particles and ion molecules. So this is the second key point. I'm just writing it like a key point so it will be easier to remember. Now this stream, that is a water body that flows down to the slope, along with a clear defined path. So this is what stream, that is a water body. And let me tell you one thing more, that in size, that is from few centimeters to few kilometers it can be in length. So stream is a water body that is in length or in size from few centimeter to few kilometer, and it carries rock particles and ion molecules that is dissolved already in the water molecule or in the water body. So dissolved, and it flows down to the slope along with a clear defined path. So this is what a definition of stream can be. Now let's see some characteristics of stream. So there are some important reasons that is why the streams are important. So there are some reasons I'm going to explain. Because of that, streams are important. So that is why we are studying this in geology, that is stream. Stream has some specific significance. So let's see the first one. Stream carries most of the water. So most of water that goes from land, I'm giving it an arrow like land to the sea. So most of the water that goes from land to the sea, and thus are important part of the water cycle. So basically this is the important part of water cycle. So this is why the streams are important. Okay, this was the first point. Let's see the second point. Streams carry billions of ions. I already told you that streams that carries ions. So stream that carries ions, obviously with the water body or the water molecules, that tons of sediment to lower elevations. So it carries billions of ions, billions of sediment, so billions of tons of sediment to lower elevation. Thus are one of the main transporting medium in the production of sediment tract. So let me change the pen color so that I can highlight this. So this is the main reason to formation of sedimentary rock. So this is why there is a second most important reason why streams are important. Well, let's go to the next point, the next reason why streams are important. So the third reason is like it carries dissolved ions. I already told you that carries dissolved ions, and these dissolved ions, that the products of chemical weathering, I that told you in the when I was teaching you the chemical weathering, that ions are dissolved in mineral. So the in the process of the chemical weathering, when the ions are dissolved with water body into the ocean, so I'm just writing it, into the oceans, and thus make the sea salty. So when with water body when the ions are dissolved, then it ultimately, I told you in the when I was saying about this pathway, like the first reason, the most of water that goes to from land to sea. So from land it dissolved some ions or minerals, so and when it goes to ultimately to the ocean, and this ion makes the sea salty. So for the reason of making sea salty, streams are important. And the last point, why streams are important. So I already told you that the dissolved ions, the sedimentary, and how it flows, what are the paths. Now stream are the major part of the erosional process. So here streams are major source of water. So this is the source of water, and waste disposal. And another important thing is transportation. So streams are very important for our transportation, for business purpose and the economical purpose, all the personal purpose. So the last point is very important, we can see, that is source of water. Streams are source of water. Streams are important for waste disposal and the transportation. So this is very important. So what are the points? The normal point is sedimentary, that rock formation of sedimentary rock. I'm just recapitulating of sedimentary rock, the formation of water cycle, and then when chemical weathering happens, when dissolved ions are dissolving with the water body, then that makes sea salty. There are, and this is the source of water waste disposal. There is a point. And another one is like we can see the flow of the stream or flow of the water is from the land to the sea. So the streams are major part of erosional process, and this evident to anyone looking out of an airplane window. And another thing is, it's not the reason why streams are important, but this one is the point that I want you to know, that when stream channels are filled with water, so when water are filling stream channels, then excess flow that may leads to flood. And flood is a natural disaster, we all know, that destroy foods. This is a natural disaster, so flood also can occur by the excess flow of water body. So this was all about the stream, the introductory part, and we will see now the drainage system. So the next topic is drainage system. So first of all, what is drainage system? So drainage system, it has another name, that is river system. So drainage system or river system is a pattern or the zone developed zones or pattern where rock types and structure are eroded. Rock type and structure are eroded. So this is the drainage system. And now this drainage system, we can classify this by the basis of pattern in three types. So first one is the dendritic drainage. Second one is radial drainage. I will describe it further, but before that I'm just writing the classification of the types. Third one is the rectangular drainage. So these are the most typical types: dendritic, radial and rectangular drainage. Now, what is dendritic drainage? It's the most common pattern and they develop on a land surface. So they develop on a land surface where the rock is of uniform resistance of erosion. Rock is uniform resistance of erosion. And this is the dendritic drainage, that is a very most common pattern. Now how it looks like, I'm just trying to draw it. Like this is like a tree structure. So these are like branches in trees. I feel it like a tree structure. So just trying to this is kind of like this. There are branches, more sub branches, more branches. This is for the dendritic drainage. So second one was the radial drainage, right? So in case of radial drainage, I'm just drawing a line to separate this. Okay. Now for the case of radial drainage, so we can easily think or assume the thing that about radial drainage, this is kind of a zone of a radial thing. So the radial drainage is pattern that develops surrounding the high topology. So this is surrounding the high topology, where elevation drops from the central high area to surrounding low areas. So this is from central high area to surrounding low areas. So radial is the surrounding the high topology, and it is from the central high area to surrounding low area, the elevation. Now what it is look like? So there is a diagram, obviously I'm trying to draw it so that it will be easily remembered. So this is kind of like this. So from surrounding to central to surroundings. And there are some branches, sub branches, more sub branches. They are like this. Okay. So they are like this. This is a kind of radial thing. You can see this is like a radial structure. So from surrounding to the central to the surrounding low area. Now the third one, the third classification, it is rectangular drainage. So in case of rectangular drainage, this is a pattern that develops and this developed pattern is like the linear zone, or we can say joints, these joints that in turn cut the stream along with the weak rock, or weak landscape, or weak areas of rock. That will be appropriate. Weak areas of rock. So this is our rectangular drainage. So pattern that develops joint, or we can say linear zones of weakness that cut down the streams along with weak areas of rock. Now let's see how it looks like. It's like a linear, like this, kind of like this. There are branches, sub branches, and it's like this only. So the picture is kind of like this, diagram is like this. So the question comes in drainage system is like, what are the types of, what are the classification of drainage system, and you need to know these common points. These are the key points that I'm writing it, but these are the all about the drainage system, and these are the diagrams about the drainage system. So after that we need to know some definitions, like this is the one most common pattern of drainage system, that is drainage basins. Drainage basins. So this is the drainage basins. So let's see what it is. Each stream in a drainage system, stream in a drainage system, that drains a certain area, drains certain areas, called a drainage basin. And in a single drainage basin, all the water that filling in the basin drain. So all the water that filling in the drainage basin. So the stream in a drainage system that drains certain areas, and all the water that filling in the drainage basins. So this is the drainage basins. Drainage basin, this can range in size. So it's now about the size. So the size can be from few kilometer to few kilometer, and this is few kilometer square. So let me write it. Okay, so kilometer square. So from few kilometers square for small stream to extremely large areas such as the Mississippi River drainage basin that covers 40% of, so in case of Mississippi, that covers the drainage basins, which is about 40% of the contiguous United States. So this is the size. Okay. Now the next definition I want to tell you is about continental divides. So this is continental divides. So this continental divides. Okay, let's see. the continental divides that continents can divide into large drainage basin. Divides into large drainage basin. So this is the first thing you need to know, and that empty into different ocean basins. That empty into different ocean basins. Now the second thing, that is, there are some lines. These lines that are separating some major drainage basins, basins are called as, or are termed as, drainage divides. So here is drainage divides. Now for example, to tell you one thing, that North America can divide it into several basins. So this is North America, that can be divided into many basins, and in the west of the Rocky Mountains, that empty into the Pacific Ocean. So this is one kind of example, and you may find many other most important examples, that is in geomorphology, what is continental divides. And the last two definition is in the drainage system is permanent stream. It is a permanent stream, and another one is ephemeral stream. So ephemeral stream. So for permanent stream, we can easily guess the definition, that is it is about permanent thing, means the stream that flows all the year, that is permanent stream. And depending on the discharge, water level rise and falls. Rise and falls. So this is about the permanent stream. And the ephemeral stream, what is ephemeral stream now? It's a stream that occasionally have water. Occasionally they have water. Flowing are called ephemeral streams, or also called as dry washes. Okay. Now they are above the water table and occur in dry climates. So I can write this is occur in dry climates with low amount of rainfall, and they flow mostly during the rare flash floods. So rare flash floods. So these are the key points about ephemeral streams, and thank you for watching the video. So if you have any questions, then you can write us in the comment section. Thank you.